High school's a really weird time. I had a really unconventional high school experience. I only went for 3 semesters, but I did the rest online. It's not like I dropped out. I just dropped out and still got a diploma. It's funny because like I remember when I was in middle school, the time leading up to going into high school, and even the first semester of high school, people were always like, oh, don't worry about high school, like you'll be fine, like just do good work, keep your head down, be yourself, high school doesn't matter. I get where they're coming from with the high school doesn't matter thing. What's funny about it is that it doesn't matter. Right? Like it is just 4 quick years of your life, and anything that happened to you during it should just like fade away and you're chill. I don't know, at least in my experience and a lot of my friends, you get older and you're like, ah, high school was lame. But then at the same time, every year after high school, you're just trying to like prove the people wrong from high school or prove your high school self wrong. It's a weird thing. Here's some funny fucking stories, I don't know. This first one sounds kind of bad, and I definitely like regret it, but I was a fucking 14-year-old kid who thought he was awesome. Basically, my first year, I took American Sign Language. Definitely thought that would be useful. The very first day, I didn't really fully comprehend what the American Sign Language class would be. The first day I walk in, and the teacher is obviously deaf. He's the one teaching ASL. I remember coming into the classroom the very first day and sitting down. The teacher hadn't like spoken yet. He was like just kind of sitting at his desk doing something, I don't really know. Kid came walking in and the whole room just started reeking of weed. He just looked stoned as shit. The teacher got up and like looked at him. You smoke? And I just sat there and I was like, this is gonna be a weird semester. I'm into it. Obviously, I'm not making fun of the teacher. That's how he sounded because that's how he speaks. 14-year-old me just found it funny. So the year goes on. The class is really easy. It's kind of fun. Sign language is cool. One of the things that we as a collective piece of shit class did was during tests, obviously our teacher couldn't hear. So whenever he had his head down looking at his table, kids would just like put their heads down on their desk like this and just be like, 13's A! We'd literally just all cheat on the test that way. I guess he was like, yeah, fucking smart kids, because he never questioned that like all the class was getting like 100%. And this went on for way too long until one day, some fucking asshole in the class thought it'd be really funny to shout out all the wrong answers. And obviously the kids that were paying attention and actually doing the work, they didn't like tell on anyone, which is insane because fuck, we were doing something horrible. I guess this kid thought it'd be funny, and it was funny to just yell out all the wrong answers. Our teacher the next day was like, yeah, so all of you have been doing really well, and then on this last one, like 85% of you got a 0, so I think something's going on here, and we have a teacher's aide now. The teacher's aide could obviously hear, sat in the class with us, and it was so bad, dude, we just kept doing it. We would still yell answers out, and the TA would be like, Mr. Simon? And he couldn't hear him, but he'd like come to the day and be like, they're cheating! The teacher would get mad, but he had no way of proving it, and this TA was like a kid probably my age now or younger. The TA would just get so frustrated that we were still like yelling out these answers until one day he like filmed us doing it and showed it to the principal, and we all got in-school suspension. Kids are cruel. And dumb. Also, to clarify, I took online school after 3 semesters because my band at the time was touring. I was gonna be gone a lot and obviously couldn't stay in real school, so I had to do online school, and that's important to know for the last story. But yeah. Couple quick stories. I never went to prom. I only went to one homecoming, which was my first semester of high school. At the dance, everyone got swine flu. So that's the only school dance I ever went to. Love is real, you just gotta find it. The weird part about doing online school and being gone for a long time out of the year each year, I think it was what would have been my junior year. We were home from tour for a little bit. I remember walking into this Steak and Shake, and there was like a big group of people that I had gone to high school with. I guess like a football game had let out just then or something, and everyone was chilling there. I walked in, big ass group of people are looking at me in like awe. This one kid said to me, he was like, yeah man, I thought you were dead. Everyone thought you died in a car crash. No one's heard from you in like 2 years. And I was like, Ty, thanks for caring. And then there was a joke after of people saying like RIP on my Facebook, which is really fucked up. A lot of my actual high school time though was interesting because obviously we were on tour, playing shows or writing songs and writing a record. I would have to fucking be in the van with like a little shitty Wi-Fi thing, doing fucking homework, being online for teacher meetings, being in the hotel room at the end of the day after playing a show and just being really fucking drunk, trying to write essays and things. Oh God. It was funny and fun, but just Do real high school. Don't do online unless you're like, have a real reason to do it. I remember I was having like a one-on-one with one of my teachers, and he like worked from home too, obviously as an online teacher. We were talking about some math problem. At one point, he like looks up to the side and like really confused, and he just goes, I have to go. I have to go. My microwave is on fire. Dashed out of the fucking camera shot, and it disconnected. I like to be with the kids that were like always fucking with the teacher. I was just a little shit like that. I remember it was my TV class. We just used to give our teacher hell, man. Like he would walk in and like half the class would just stand up, start clapping and cheering, wouldn't stop until he was like screaming us in the face to sit down, and it was just so bad. I'm sorry, Mr. Espy. I think our class that year made him retire because he just like was losing his mind. This last story is actually about my graduation. We were on tour and we were playing at a roller rink in Arab, Alabama, which kind of an ironic name. There was no one there. Honestly, when you think about it, this was so depressing as an adult doing adult things, kind of. Thinking back on this moment is just like, oh God, dude. I was just sitting in like a booth next to their like little shitty pizza snack convenience thing, using their like shitty fucking Wi-Fi to do my last assignment. It was during our set time, but no one was fucking there. The Wi-Fi's so slow. I submit it, I get a passing grade. Program was like, congratulations, you graduated. And I was just sitting there like, this is exactly how I pictured it. It's just like the movies. They would mail you your diploma after a couple weeks, but you could also like print out a diploma as well if you needed one like right then, like if you needed to get a job or something, whatever. Hell fucking yeah, I'm gonna print this shit out. Like I'm gonna hang this in the trailer. God. I went up to the like manager of the roller rink and I was like, hey, do you have a printer? And he's like, yeah, back in my office. Followed him back there with my laptop, sitting there in this dead silent office. In the distance, you can kind of hear like arcade games. I plug in my laptop and I'm going to print my diploma. He's just sitting there with me. I hadn't thought to like say anything because I was pretty stoked I just graduated. He was like, what are you printing? It's like my high school diploma. And his shitty little printer starts squeaking out this piece of paper. Ink was low and it was only half my diploma. The rest was just really fucked up and low quality. Took it out of the printer tray and looked at it and looked at me, and he was just like, here you go, son. Congrats. I don't even think we played the show that night. We just ate pizza and left. Ugh. Go to school. Don't do this. If I try to apply for a college right now, I'd probably get arrested. They're like, you are on a no college list. On the real though, if you're in high school, going into high school, you're worried, just fucking do the work. Be a good person. Make some friends. Put yourself out there. It's not that it's important, but it is. So just do it, because you don't want to be me. Don't be in a band. Go to school. Anyway, that's the end of the entertaining part of this video, I guess, if it was. We're just sad. I'm sorry for missing last week. Actually, no, I'm fucking not. If I miss a week, I'll post the next week. You guys will watch it. Thanks. All my links are down below and at the end of the video. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, add me on Snapchat. I add everyone back, and sometimes I snap you. Also, I take cool snap videos of my dog in the morning because I have to open the door for him. You only get that joke if you follow me on Snapchat. Leave a comment if you like this. I respond to all my comments. I like talking to you guys. Leave a like, it really helps me out. And subscribe if you fucking feel like it. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next one.